Hello and welcome to a very special video. Years ago, I had decided I wanted to do a hobby channel for my own entertainment and to improve myself as a painter and a hobbyist and to share it with other people who had similar interest. And over that same time, I have watched people go and fight over pieces of cardboard like Pokemon and One Piece cards. I have seen people lose their minds as bots buy up mass tickets to only put on the resale market owned by the company that originally sold the tickets and have to pay 2 to 3 times the cost. I've watched people go out and race to buy as many GPUs as possible so they could ride that increase in price. I've seen everything from kids' hobbies to simple things like Legos turned into investment properties. We have lost, in many cases, hobbies just being hobbies. They've been turned into monetized, itemized items and status symbols for OnlyFans to open Pokemon cards to get people to simp and give them money as a way of attracting them to it. It is a ridiculous thing. I have complained about Games Workshop, and it's not because I hate people who like Games Workshop, or more likely, I don't hate the people who just want to play a game, who just enjoy the models, that's their thing. I don't hate those people. I hate the fact that when I criticize it and I go, here are problems and you should be aware of it, that people get angry about that, as opposed to going, hey, they should improve that. They should fix it. Why does this plastic cost as much as if it was made out of lead? Why is it all of these things are being shot up in price? Why can't my kids get a freaking pack of Pokemon cards, but there's some dude that has a Discord server and a social media, TikTok, where he goes out and buys all of the boxes from local Walmarts and then brags about it? Well, I think the problem is as we've seen with all of these hobbies, they've been turned into predatory investment opportunities where people come in and they don't see them as hobbies. They don't see them as things to get away. They don't see them as something for you to just have a little bit of time. They see them as ways to milk money out of you. And companies taking advantage of that because selling one high-priced item to one scalper is way more effective and profitable than selling 10 of those items at a much lower price to you. The problem has become is that you have people who come in a predatory nature. They grab these things, they push the prices up, and every incentive for the company is to let them do it, even if in the long run this will cause problems for those companies. Most of them are short-sighted. They only think in that quarter. They only think in that earnings report. And there's no way to change that in many ways. You need to have leadership that understands that the long-term viability of a product cannot be undermined by short-term gain. But that's not the world we live in. I've seen it for GPUs. I've seen it for Hello Kitty coloring books. I've seen people in Targets camping out Hot Wheels. I've seen it where people come in and they clear out entire freaking stocks, be they PlayStation 4s or 5s, be they freaking pallets of Pokemon cards, or even that Arcana Disney thing that they're doing now. I've seen people go out and buy the 3 kits that World Eaters had at release, fill an entire table, and then brag with all of their unopened product that they had bought all of it and no one else had gotten a damn kit. And they went home and took a picture of it and posted it online so they could wave their status around in people's faces. We have watched transformations of hobbies into status symbols, investment opportunities, and being ruined as escapism, as a way for people to enjoy something. As I've seen children not even be able to get damn Pokemon cards. Now, you might like that if you're a scalper, but no one will feel bad for the scalpers when those markets inevitably crash, when they inevitably come down around their ears. But most of these people, they're already going to sell. They're going to walk away, and the problems will never be fixed. Only the ashes of what was there will be left. But, there's always hope. This is why I always tell people, wait, don't buy something if it's too much money. Like when they put those Pokemon card or Lego sets out for Bulbasaur, Charizard, and the turtle one. I don't remember the names. I'm not a big Pokemon guy. And they were $600 for plastic blocks that look like Pokemon characters. I'm going to constantly tell people, do not put yourself in a financial situation that you will regret. Do not put yourself in debt. Do not allow the nostalgia, the drive to have an emotional band-aid or a crutch, that little bit of, oh, I remember when things didn't suck, to be used to create your down-the-road ruination. Even though things suck right now, they will get better. It will take time. It will not be pleasant to get there, and it's a long road. But don't ruin yourself today when you have an entire life ahead of you. I just need to get that out because I'm a hobby channel. I have been doing hobby stuff. I'm still bad at painting black, so, and I'm trying to expand into a bunch of different things and share that with people. But I've been watching this and I just couldn't sit there and be quiet about it anymore. Scalpers are a blight. They have created false demand. They've created irritation and problems for the fan base, for people who would rightfully get the things and enjoy them. Be they freaking shoes that people would actually wear, be they the Death or the Siege of Terra books that people wanted for the end of their collections for Horus Heresy, be they whatever it is these people are getting in the way of because they go in and buy the entire stock up to push the price up for you. At the end of the day, screw those people. And they deserve everything they get. Now, I'm not saying to do anything to them because that's wrong. What I'm saying is, in the long run, their bad behavior will catch up to them. And they will have to decide what they're going to do with things. But it's sad to see people live lives where they don't have hope, or they don't see a better future, and little nostalgia things are overpriced, limited when they don't need to be, and charged to you like they were made out of freaking gold, and encourages you to make the worst decisions you possibly can so that you can go into debt, so a company can push up its profit margins, so that they can go with even more nasty ways of making money off you. When you have stores openly admitting that they are putting dynamic pricing that they basically stereotypes you, goes, well, you look like you have more money, and all of those prices go up, we have really gotten into a position where we need to push back against these companies. And the best way you can do that is to withhold your wallet. Without respect, not a freaking dollar for you. And honestly, I would say this. If that's annoying you, if things like the dynamic pricing is a problem, write your senators and congressmen and urge them to put in laws that these companies have to put a standard price in, as opposed, or for that matter, downright bans dynamic pricing. But do not allow yourself to be FOMO'd. Do not allow yourself to be put in a position where it's going to cost you more money for a temporary boost in your joy. You're worth more than that. You deserve to have happiness, but you shouldn't ruin your life over a couple seconds. So guys, sorry about this being basically me just rambling about how scalpers are bad people and hobbies have been turned into the stock market. But I just needed to get that out there and push these things out. So sorry guys, I'll be doing some more hobby stuff. Gonna be doing some more Battletech. Already working on a few more. So have a great day and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.